Already we have gone through haloalkanes or alkyl halides. As we have come across, these haloalkanes or alkyl halides are the most controversial compounds in organic chemistry, because these compounds at a given time under a given set of chemical reaction always proceeds through a number of parallel reactions. Like a given alkyl halide may undergo substitution as well as elimination by different pathways. Now already we have gone through various mechanisms for substitution as well as elimination and reaction with electropositive metals, that is organometallic compounds. Now after going through this mechanism, now we have to apply these mechanisms in actual chemical reactions. So by changing the nature of reactant or the nature of solvent, or by changing the reaction conditions like temperature, etc., we can change the course of reaction also. Now to understand this course of reaction, we shall take up some important examples. So once we gone through these examples, it will be much clear to us how these alkyl halides undergoes different sorts of chemical reactions. So today's heading will be problems on alkyl halides, problems on haloalkanes, so to start with, we'll take up some examples, some problems. So first let's take up this example. We have this pH Mg Br. Now this reacts with D2O. Our question is, what will be the product formed in this reaction? Now look at this reaction. This is pH, this stands for phenyl group, phenyl magnesium bromide. To phenyl magnesium bromide, this is what we call as commonly known as Grignard reagent. So we have a Grignard reagent. Now this Grignard reagent reacts with D2O, that is heavy water. Now in this Grignard reagent, this this carbon magnesium bond is polar covalent, and this carbon aqueous partial negative, and this magnesium being electropositive, this aqueous positive. So now look at it, this carbon with negative charge, this carbon with negative charge, this can act as a nucleophile, or this can also act as a much stronger base. So depending on the reaction condition, this carbon negative charge will act as a nucleophile, or this may act as a base. Now this Grignard reagent is reacting with D2O, heavy water. Now this heavy water D2O, oxygen contains 2 lone pairs of electrons. So oxygen containing 2 lone pairs of electrons does not have any electrophilic site. So since this does not have any electrophile, so now this D2O doesn't have electrophilic character. So that means this P minus in this case cannot act as a nucleophile, though there is a possibility of this carbon negative to act as a nucleophile, but it depends on the reagent that what we are using. If the reagent contains electrophilic center, then this will act as a nucleophile. Now since this reagent D2O does not have any electrophilic site, so this cannot act as a nucleophile. If this cannot act as a nucleophile, then the only option left is this has to act as a base. So carbon with negative charge is a much stronger base, and since this has to act as a base, so this D2O, we have deuterium oxygen bond. So deuterium oxygen bond is again partial polarized bond. So this deuterium will act as an acid. So in this reaction, this pH minus will act as a base, whereas this D2O, this will act as an acid. So now we have an acid base reaction. So now look at this. this pH Mg Br, this P minus will act as a base. This reacts with D OD. Now look at it, this is again partial positive, so this is acting as an acid. So now reaction is between acid and base. So now when this acid reacts with base, this gives you, so this P minus, carbon minus will take up this D, so we have this PX D. So PX, this signifies benzene, so this is nothing but, look at this, we have benzene ring. One of the hydrogen of benzene ring is this substituted, replaced by deuterium. This is the product. Now look at this. After this MgBr combines with OD to give you this MgOD, then we have Br. So in this reaction, this Grignard reagent, the negative part of Grignard reagent is acting as a base. So this is what we call as acid base. So this comes under Grignard reagent, organometallic compound. So I'll give you now some more examples. This, take this RNGX, this is alkyl magnesium bromide or alkyl magnesium halide, any Grignard reagent. Now this, while discussing the method of preparation of Grignard reagent, we have come across that this Grignard reagent must be prepared in ethereal medium or anhydrous condition. The reason being, in presence of aqueous medium or any acidic hydrogen, this immediately destroys to give you the corresponding hydrocarbon. So now look at this, we have this magnesium plus R minus, though this is not ionic but this is polar covalent bond. This combines with water, so in this reaction water is acting as an acid when this gives you RH. So R minus will take up H plus Na. This will take up deuterium from deuterium heavy water when this gives you RD. This may react with alcohols. So though alcohols are much weaker acid compared to that of water, so this much weaker acid act as a strong acid in presence of this R minus. So R minus is a much stronger base. So this takes us again acid from alcohol, H plus is removed, so we have this alkane. This may even react with ammonia. Now look at this ammonia, we all know that ammonia is a base. Now this basic compound ammonia act as an acid in presence of this Grignard reagent. So R minus withdraws H plus N from ammonia when this gives you RH. This may also react with H2S, hydrogen sulfide. So again this gives you RH. This reacts with the RHH thiol. Again this gives you RH. So this, even this may also react with R prime CH, terminal alkynes. Now look at it, this is carbon hydrogen bond. This carbon hydrogen bond of alkyne is acidic due to this carbon being sp hybridized. So this acetylenic hydrogen acts as an acid. So this being a weak acid acts as a strong acid in presence of this R minus when this gives you RH. So this is the reason why alkyl magnesium halide or aryl magnesium halide, all these halides should be prepared in ethereal or in anhydrous medium. So this is all, look at this Grignard reagent acting as a base. So all these Grignard reagent must be stored under anhydrous condition. So this is the reason why we are excluding acidic protons or acidic hydrogens while preparing Grignard reagent. So we have this next problem. We have this, look at this haloalkane. This haloalkane reacts with magnesium in presence of ether, that is diethyl ether, gives you compound A. Now this compound A on heating with acid, that is H2O positive, gives you compound B, or this compound B on the reaction with HBr in presence of peroxide gives you compound C. So we have to identify the compounds A, B and C. So this is a sequence of reaction. So first look at this. We have Grignard reagent, this compound CH2Br haloalkane reacts with magnesium in presence of ether. So reaction of haloalkanes with magnesium in presence of ether gives you Grignard reagent. So we have, look at this, CH2 CHO, where CH2 MgBr. So we have this Grignard reagent. So I shall rub this. So the first reaction is when this haloalkane reacts with magnesium in presence of ether, this gives you Grignard reagent. So we have this compound A. So the compound A is this Grignard reagent. Once this compound A is formed, question further says this on a reaction with HCO positive followed by heating. Now look at this. This reacts with acid. So acid, now look at this. We have this carbon minus Mg plus reacts with HCO positive. So this is converted into CH3. So we have, look at this, CH3. Now again look at this. We have a highly strength 3-member cyclic ether. This is known as epoxides. So epoxides on reaction with H plus, and again this bond is break. Now breaking of this bond gives you this will be attacked by H plus ion. So H plus ion attack करने से ये वाला bond break करेंगे. So we have this OH here. We also have OH. Now this on heating further, this undergoes elimination. So what we get is CH3 CH double bond CH2. So first look at this. This H plus ion replace this MgBr when this gives you CH3. Now this CH3, this is converted into CH3. So we have, look at this, CH2Br is converted into magnesium bromide. So magnesium bromide on treatment with H plus ion, this is converted into CH3. Then we have, look at this, this is converted into, okay, let me just put in this way so that this is much clear. So this is converted into CH2OH, CHOH, then CH3. So this is when this compound is treated with acid. Now this acid is further made to react with, now look at this, we are just reacting with acid. So this on reaction with acid followed by heating. This H plus ion will attack here. From this carbocation will form and carbocation will undergo elimination. Now look at this, we have this heating. So on heating, elimination reaction is preferred. So once elimination reaction is preferred, so what could be obtained is we have CH2OH and this is converted into CH double bond CH2. Now this is what we call as compound B. So what is happening is this OH cannot give you carbocation, that will give you primary, whereas this will give you secondary. Secondary cation is more stable, so we have to form cation from this secondary carbon, and this undergoes elimination from this to give you this alkene. Now this B, if you look at this reaction, reacts with hydrogen bromide in presence of peroxide. So this is a reaction of alkene with hydrogen peroxide, HBr in presence of peroxide. So this is anti-Markovnikov's addition of HBr. That is what we call as Kharash effect or peroxide effect. So this is the alkene. This reacts with HBr in presence of peroxide. So we have anti-Markovnikov's addition. So the product form is COCH2CH. Now this undergoes anti-Markovnikov's addition. So we have CH2 single bond CH2 Br. So now look at this. What is happening is in the first reaction, look at this, we are preparing Grignard reagent. Second reaction is Grignard reagent reacts with H plus ion to give you this. Along with this epoxide ring also reacts with what acid to give you vicinal diols. Now these vicinal diols further reacts with acid followed by heating to give you elimination of water, that is known as alkene. Now this alkene reacts with HBr in presence of peroxide. This is one of the methods used for preparation of haloalkanes from alkene. So alkene reacts with HBr in presence of peroxide, that is anti-Markovnikov's addition of HBr, when this gives you this haloalkane. So this is the compound C. So we have this preparation of Grignard reagent, reaction with acid, when this epoxide bond to be brachian, then we have alkene. Alkene further reacts with this to give you haloalkane. So this is the sequence of reaction, that is what is happening here. So this is one reaction. Now let's take another reaction. So we have a compound. Let's take this compound. This is again epoxide. This is methyl. This is CH2. We have O. This reacts with methyl magnesium bromide. Let's say this is methyl magnesium bromide followed by reaction with acid. So this is the reaction. Now we have to find the product for this reaction. So first of all, look at this. This methyl magnesium bromide, we have methyl minus here, magnesium plus. Now, as in the first problem we have said, this alkyl minus carbon with negative can act as a nucleophile as well as base. Now for this to act a base, there must be some acidic side, but if you look at this, in this molecule there is no acidic side because this is carbon sp3 carbon, this is also sp3 carbon, this is also sp3 carbon. So there is no acidic hydrogen. Now since this does not have any acidic hydrogen, then what could be the course of reaction? Since this does not have any acidic hydrogen, then this Me minus alkyl with negative charge, this can act as a nucleophile. So alkyl with negative charge is a much stronger nucleophile, then the reaction has to follow SN2. So the reason, you have to see the reason. This can act as a nucleophile or this can also act as a base. Now for this to act as a base, there must be some acidic side. Since all the carbons are sp3 hybridized, so sp3 hybridized carbon hydrogen is not acidic, so this cannot react with this Me plus. So since this does not have an acidic hydrogen, so this has to act as an electrophilic site. Now this being electrophilic site, this has to act as a nucleophile. So this carbon negative being a much stronger nucleophile, this reaction has to proceed by SN2, substitution nucleophilic bimolecular pathway. Now substitution nucleophilic bimolecular pathway says nucleophile has to attack the least sterically hindered carbon, because this nucleophile has to approach electrophilic carbon. So during this approach, there is a results in the formation of a transition state. So in the transition state, carbon is pentavalent. So pentavalent carbon requires that carbon should be least sterically hindered. Now look at this. So this can act at this carbon or this carbon. So look at this. This carbon is having hydrogen, whereas this is having alkyl group. So this carbon having two alkyl group is more sterically hindered. So this being sterically hindered means this is surrounded by two bulky groups. This methyl cannot approach this carbon. So this carbon being less sterically hindered, because this is hydrogen, so the size of hydrogen being the smallest, this occupies less space. So this being less sterically hindered, so this has to attack this carbon. So when this carbon minus attacks here, this electron pair will goes with oxygen. So SN2 least sterically hindered carbon में attack करेंगे. So if this takes place, so what is happening is we have this carbon, this electron goes with oxygen, so O minus this O minus combines with Mg plus Br. Then we have this CH2. This is CH2. Now to this CH2 we have one methyl group, so we have this CH3. So this is first Me acting as a nucleophile. This reaction is under SN2, attacking this sterically hindered side. O minus combines with Mg. Now this is further react with acid. So now when this reacts with acid, now look at this H plus M replaces Mg, so this gives you, this is methyl, this is methyl, this is OH, we have CH2, we have this CH3, then this combines with, so this is the product form. So in this reaction, though we are not having haloalkanes, but this methyl is acting as a strong nucleophile. So strong nucleophile reaction has to be SN2 attacking least sterically hindered side, that is normal SN2 reaction. In the next question, problem number 4, we have a sequence of reaction. In this sequence of reaction, we have to identify the A, B and C. So while discussing again this, we have to explain why this is the probable course of a reaction. To first look at this. This compound contains OH group. Now look at it, focus on this OH group. We have SOCl2. So this is the reaction of alcohols with thionyl chloride. So the reaction of alcohols with thionyl chloride is one of the most suitable method for preparation of alkyl chloride. The reason being, the byproduct sulfur dioxide and HCl being gas easily escape from the reaction mixture, so we get a pure alkyl halide. So this is one of the methods for preparation of alkyl chloride. So now look at this, we have alcohol reacts with SOCl2 thionyl chloride in presence of pyridine. This is a solvent in which this thionyl chloride is to be dissolved. When we have this A, so this A is nothing but chloroalkane, that is chlorination. This is A. Now look at this, we have alkyl chloride. So alkyl chloride reacts with magnesium in presence of ether. So this is a reaction of haloalkanes with magnesium. So reaction of haloalkanes with magnesium in presence of ether. This is preparation of Grignard reagent. So now look at this. This is A. A reacts with magnesium in presence of ether. So this gives you B. B is nothing but the Grignard reagent. So we have this carbon, that is MgCl. So we have this carbon, that is carbon MgCl. So we have this. So B is Grignard reagent. Now this Grignard reagent reacts with this. So we have this dense. Again now look at this. This Grignard reagent, carbon negative Mg plus. So this carbon negative can act as a nucleophile or act as a base. Now for this to act as a base, there must be some acidic site. As we have seen the earlier example, there is no acidic site in case of this cyclic ether, because all carbons are sp3 hybridized, and sp3 hybridized carbon hydrogen bond is not acidic, so this cannot act as an acid. Now since this cannot act as an acid, the only option left for this Grignard reagent is this has to act as a nucleophile. So in this reaction, this carbon minus is acting as a nucleophile. So this carbon negative charge being a nucleophile, this is a strong nucleophile. So strong nucleophile means reaction has to proceed by SN2. So SN2 reaction says this nucleophile has to attack the least sterically hindered carbon of the reagent. So now look at this. This carbon is surrounded by two bulky group, whereas this is surrounded by two hydrogen. So this carbon is a less sterically hindered carbon. So this carbon will attack this less sterically hindered carbon, and this OH bond will break. So after this, what we get is we have this, then we have carbon. This is bonded to another carbon. Then we have this. So a new carbon-carbon bond is formed. So this is the new carbon-carbon bond. after this attack we have O minus, so O minus will combine with Ag to give you S, and if suppose we have first followed by reaction with H plus ion, then this will give you OH. So this is the compound C. So from this, look at it, this point to this point reaction is almost similar. So the first step, this is method of preparation of haloalkane. So reaction is, look at this, ROH plus SOCl2 in presence of pyridine. This gives you RCl plus sulfur dioxide is a gas, HCl is a gas. So these byproducts being gas, this easily escape from the reaction mixture, and we get this alkyl product as a pure alkyl chloride. So because of this, this is one of the best method for preparation of chloroalkane. So we are using the same here. So we have alcoholic group SOCl2, alkyl chloride. Alkyl chloride reacts with magnesium in presence of ether, Grignard reagent. So B is a Grignard reagent. So Grignard reagent reacts with this. So in this reaction, this Grignard reagent is acting as a strong nucleophile. So reaction process by SN2 means attacking through the least sterically hindered carbon. So this is the next. Then after this, we'll take up the next problem. Problem number 5. So we have this. This is pH. We have double bond here. We have, suppose we have this compound. Now this compound is to be react with phenyl magnesium bromide. Now this is reacted phenyl magnesium bromide followed by a reaction with H plus ion. When this gives you compound A, now this compound A further reacts with HClO4, that is perchloric acid, and this gives you compound B. Now we have to identify compound A and compound B. So let's see. So now look at this. In this reaction we have, look at this, pH minus Mg plus. So again we are dealing with Grignard reagent. So Grignard reagent in this reaction can act as a nucleophile or act as a base. Now for this to act as a base, there must be some acidic side. So this molecule does not have any acidic side. So this molecule devoid of any acidic hydrogen, this pH minus cannot act as a base. If this cannot act as a base, then this has to act as a nucleophile. So यहाँ पे look at it, this will act as a nucleophile. ये nucleophile. तो why this is acting as a nucleophile? इसका दो reason है. First, this contains an electrophilic site. इसके पास electrophilic site है. Second, molecule does not possess any acidic hydrogen. So the only option left with this pH minus is to act as a nucleophile. तो अगर ये nucleophile है तो यहाँ पे ये यहाँ पे अटैक किए, and this pi electron goes to oxygen. ये ऑक्सीजन के पास चला गया. अगर ये ऑक्सीजन के पास चला गया, what we have is A. अब A क्या बनेगा दी? We have this O minus. This O minus combines with, this is O minus Mg plus. We have a double bond here. Then we have this pH. Now pH attacking this carbon, so we have this pH here. Now this is followed by treatment with acid. ये फिर किसके साथ ये क्या? Followed by acidification. So when this gives you OH, pH, we have a pH here. This is compound A. So this cyclopropene oxide, cyclopropenone, reacts with phenyl magnesium bromide. When this gives you this compound, on acidification, this compound is formed. This is compound A. Now this compound A, फिर react here with a much stronger acid. HClO4 is a strong acid. ये strong acid के साथ react किया, तो strong acid के साथ react करने से this H plus N कहाँ पे take करेंगे? ये अगर acid है तो this molecule must possess a basic side. तो basic side क्या है? This is oxygen with 2 lone pair of electron is a basic side. तो यहाँ पे attack करेंगे. When this gives you pH, we have the pH, so we have OH2 positive, so we have OH2 positive is formed. Now this OH positive, oxygen with positive is a much better leading group, so this leaves the system when this gives you, we have pH here, pH with a positive charge. So this positive charge combines with Cl minus, so we have this salt. Now why this is formed? Okay, this molecule is cyclopropynyl cation. Cyclopropynyl cation is a resonance stabilized aromatic species. So reaction will give you this salt. So this salt, this is aromatic. So we have this salt. So this is compound B. So again यहाँ भी आपको मैं इसको शो कर रहा हूँ. ये आपके पास यहाँ पे न्यूक्लियोफाइल एक किया, न्यूक्लियोफाइल एक करने से यहाँ पे ठीक है, बिकॉज इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक साइड में अटैक किया तो ये बना, फॉलोड बाय एसिडिफिकेशन ये बना. फर्दर ये यहाँ से HClO4 के साथ रिएक्ट करने से यहाँ से वो वाटर रिमूव करके ये केटाइन बना. तो इस केटाइन फॉर्म में एग्जिस्ट करना इसलिए पसंद करेंगे बिकॉज दिस साइक्लोप्रोपिनाइल केटाइन इज ए रेजोनेंस स्टेबलाइज्ड एरोमेटिक कंपाउंड. Now look at this problem number 6. It's a very simple reaction. We have halogen substitute benzene. Now this has to react with magnesium in presence of ether. So we say well known the reaction. This gives you Grignard reagent. Now the question is, we have two halogens. We have bromine and fluorine. So now the question is, which halogen has to react with magnesium to give you which carbon halogen bond out of this CBr and CF has to react with magnesium to give you Grignard reagent. Now while discussing the Grignard reagent, you might have gone through the reactivity of different alkyl halides. Carbon halogen bond is the most reactive, followed by carbon bromine bond, followed by carbon chlorine bond, and carbon fluorine bond is the least reactive towards this Grignard reagent preparation. So now look at this. Towards Grignard reagent, we have CBr, we have CF. So CBr is more reactive than CF. So when we have an option to go for a more reactive side, then magnesium will combine with this to give you this one. So we have this fluorine, then we have MgBr. So this is why I am giving you. This is when we have different types of halogen substitute carbons, that the reactive order has to follow. So reactivity order says Ci bond is more reactive than CBr, which is more reactive than CCl, and CF bond is the least reactive for Grignard reagent preparation. So this being the least reactive, the reaction has to follow the more reactive carbon halogen bond. So this is the reactivity order of different halogen substitute carbons for Grignard reagent preparation. Then let's take up some more examples or some more problems. So problem number 7, we have this. Suppose this is alkynyl bromide. This alkynyl bromide reacts with bully. This is bully. Butyl lithium. Butyl lithium is a much stronger base, a very strong base. When this gives you compound A, compound A further reacts with cuprous iodide in presence of ether. When this gives you compound B, now this compound B, we have to identify compound B and B. Now this compound B further reacts with this halogen substituted compound. When this gives you compound C. Now we have to identify compound A, B and C. A, B और C आपके पास के define कर. Now let's रुके लेते हैं. Now we are saying that this B minus is a very strong base. Very strong base. अगर ये strong base है तो इसका मतलब देयर मस्ट बी सम एसिडिक साइड, उस एसिडिक साइड से आपको रिमूव करना है. नाउ लुक एट दिस, वी हैव दिस alkyl halide. Alkyl halide reacts with strong, no, this is alkenyl halide. Alkenyl halide reacts with butyl lithium. It's a very strong base. तो strong base के साथ reaction क्या होगा? We have to undergo elimination by molecular reaction. So haloalkanes reacts with strong base. The reaction is elimination by molecular because we have bromide. So this is normal E2 reaction. So E2 reaction, now look at this. This is CH3, this is CH. So we have a hydrogen. Now this Bu minus यहाँ पे टेक किया, तो this takes up H plus sign, and this electron is transferred to carbon carbon double bond, and from this Br minus is removed. So Br minus combines with Li plus to give you LiBr, and this gives you CH3, C triple bond CH. So this is alkenyl halides reacts with strong base, that is elimination, when this gives you alkyne. So A is your alkyne, and if you look at it, this is a terminal alkyne. We have an acidic hydrogen. This reacts with cuprous iodide. Now फिर ये cuprous iodide के साथ रिएक्ट करना है, तो यहां से look at this, we have remove HBr रिमूव किया, एंड यहां से क्या बना? अल्काइन बना. नाउ ये जो अल्काइन है, अब किसके साथ रिएक्ट करना है? क्यूप्रस आयोडाइड के साथ रिएक्ट करना है. अब ये क्यूप्रस आयोडाइड के साथ रिएक्ट करना है, तो नाउ लुक एट दिस, वी हैव दिस एसिडिक हाइड्रोजन. ये एसिडिक हाइड्रोजन ये क्यूप्रस आयोडाइड यहां से रिमूव करेंगे, एंड अगर ये यहां से रिमूव करेंगे तो दिस इज वन ऑफ द टेस्ट फॉर एसिटाइलिनिक हाइड्रोजन. एसिटाइलिनिक हाइड्रोजन जो एसिडिक है उसको टेस्ट करने के लिए वी टेक द हेल्प ऑफ क्यूप्रस आयन. तो ये क्यूप्रस आयन के साथ ये रिएक्ट किया, तो क्यूप्रस आयन के साथ जब ये रिएक्ट करेंगे तो वी हैव लुक एट दिस CH3, C ट्रिपल बॉन्ड C माइनस, तो आपके पास है Cu प्लस बना. अगेन वी हैव alkyl, sorry, Grignard reagent type, that is organometallic compound. So this is your compound B. Now this compound B reacts with this, ये इसके साथ रिएक्ट किया, so we have this. तो ये कार्बन माइनस यहाँ पे फिर से क्या करें? दिस विल एक्ट एज ए न्यूक्लियोफाइल, बिकॉज यहाँ पे कोई एसिडिक हाइड्रोजन तो है नहीं. So this will act as a nucleophile. So reaction will proceed by SN2. जब SN2 है तो ये यहाँ पे टेक किया और यहाँ से Br माइनस रिमूव किया, तो we have this CH3, C triple bond C. We have this. तो ये आपके पास ये कंपाउंड बना. So this is your compound C, this is your compound B, और ये हमारा कंपाउंड A है. So यहाँ पे जो रिएक्शन है, फर्स्ट में देखिए इसको रिएक्ट करो ब्यूटाइल लिथियम के साथ, तो ब्यूटाइल लिथियम के साथ रिएक्ट करने से एलिमिनेशन रिएक्शन, जिसके पास आप ये बना. अब ये एलिमिनेशन रिएक्शन करने के बाद एसिटाइलिक हाइड्रोजन है, ये कॉपर के साथ रिएक्ट किया, जिससे आपके पास रेड कलर कंपाउंड बनेगा. अब यहाँ पे कार्बन नेगेटिव है, तो कार्बन जो नेगेटिव है वो अल्काइल हाइड्राइड के साथ रिएक्ट करेंगे, वह SN2 पाथवे. तो SN2 के साथ ये रिएक्ट किया, तो इससे आपके पास ये बना. सो ये एक प्रॉब्लम था. अब नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम में देखते हैं. सो सपोज वी हैव दिस कंपाउंड. आपके पास एक कंपाउंड है, मान लो ये आपके पास बेंजीन है. इस बेंजीन कंपाउंड में सपोज वी आपके पास यहाँ पे रखा, सपोज ये I रखा, सो वी हैव I. यहाँ पे आपको रखा फ्लोरीन रखा. अब यहाँ पे आपके पास है सपोज ये इस तरह से कंपाउंड. ये आपके पास कंपाउंड ना, मॉलिक्यूल कंटेन्स कार्बन Cl, कार्बन आयोडीन, कार्बन फ्लोरीन। अब इस कंपाउंड को रिएक्ट किया किसके साथ, मैग्नीशियम इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ ईथर के साथ रिएक्ट किया। तो आपको बताना है कि यहाँ पे कंपाउंड क्या बनेगा। अब ये तो कंफर्म है कि वी हैव कार्बन हैलोजन बॉन्ड, कार्बन हैलोजन बॉन्ड रिएक्ट विद मैग्नीशियम, तो मैग्नीशियम के साथ रिएक्ट करने से क्या बनेगा, आपके पास ग्रिग्नार्ड रीजन बनेगा। वेरी गुड। तो क्वेश्चन ये है, लुक एट दिस, ये sp2 कार्बन फ्लोरीन, sp2 कार्बन फ्लोरीन, sp3 कार्बन iodine. So now the most reactive carbon halogen bond is Ci bond, because ये alkyl iodide, ये कार्बन sp2 है, acyl chloride, ये कार्बन sp2 fluorine. So the most reactive is sp3 I bond. तो sp3 कार्बन I bond being most reactive, यहां से आपके पास Grignard reagent बनेगा. So the product will be, so we have this carbon, तो यहां से आपके पास MgI, then we have F, ये बना, ये बना. So this is the first product. Now the reaction will not stop it, reaction यहाँ पे नहीं रुकेंगे. Now we have carbon minus Mg plus, तो Grignard reagent है, तो this can act as an acid or this base, or this can act as a nucleophile. तो दोनों ऑप्शन यहाँ पर. Now look at this, ये बेस होने के लिए एसिडिक हाइड्रोजन होना पड़ेगा, बट मॉलिक्यूल डज नॉट हैव एनी एसिडिक हाइड्रोजन बिकॉज ये भी आपके पास sp3 कार्बन है. बट इफ यू लुक एट दिस, वी हैव कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड O. सो कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड O क्या है, ये आपके पास इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक, पाई इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑक्सीजन निकल जाएगा. तो जब आप पाई इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑक्सीजन विड्रॉ करेंगे तो दिस कार्बन क्या होगा, इलेक्ट्रोफाइल. तो दिस इलेक्ट्रोफाइल, ये कार्बन न्यूक्लियोफाइल, ये यहाँ पे अटैक करेंगे. अब जब ये यहाँ पे अटैक करेंगे, फर्स्ट पाई इलेक्ट्रॉन इधर मूव करेंगे. तो जब ये यहाँ पे मूव करेंगे तो आपके पास जो प्रोडक्ट बनेगा इस तरह से, ये बना. तो 1 यहाँ पे बॉन्ड बना, 2 3 4 5 6, तो यहाँ पे आपके पास एक 6 मेंबर रिंग बना. तो ये आपके पास ClO माइनस बना. तो नाउ लुक एट दिस, ये फॉर्डर से ये साइक्लाइज करने की कोशिश करेंगे. ये पाई इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ पे ट्रांसफर हो, यहाँ से Cl माइनस किक आउट किया. व्हेन वी हैव दिस फाइनल प्रोडक्ट, ये आपके पास प्रोडक्ट बना. सो दिस इज द फाइनल प्रोडक्ट. सो नाउ मेरा ये एग्जांपल देने का ये मकसद है, वंस आपके पास ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट बना तो आप ये चेक करेंगे विच कार्बन हैलोजन बॉन्ड इज द मोस्ट रिएक्टिव, उसके साथ ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट रिएक्ट करेंगे. सेकंड, उसके बाद ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट बनने के बाद इफ द मॉलिक्यूल कंटेन्स एनी इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक साइट, तो ग्रिग्नार्ड रिएजेंट इमीडिएटली अटैक करने का कोशिश करेंगे. करने के बाद यहाँ पे साइक्लिक रिंग बनने का ऑप्शन बनेगा. सो दिस इज द फाइनल प्रोडक्ट जो यहाँ पे बनेगा. अभी नेक्स्ट जो एग्जाम प्रॉब्लम है, इसमें ये लिखा है कि ये आपके पास एक कंपाउंड है, ऑर्गेनोमेटल कंपाउंड. ये ऑर्गेनोमेटलिक कंपाउंड X के साथ रिएक्ट करने से ये आपके पास हाइड्रोकार्बन बने. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम लोग थोड़ा सा पीछे की तरफ चलते हैं. दिस रिएजेंट जो यहाँ पर है, अल्काइल लिथियम क्यूप्रेट, जिसको हम कहते हैं डाई अल्काइल लिथियम क्यूप्रेट, विच इज कॉमनली नोन एज गिलमैन रिएजेंट. Gilman reagent, that is dialkyl lithium cuprate, react with X to give you, तो ये जो रिएक्शन है, जिससे आपके पास हाइड्रोकार्बन बना, दिस रिएक्शन इज ए वेल नोन रिएक्शन जिसका नाम है कोरीहाउस सिंथेसिस. Corehouse synthesis. So this Corehouse synthesis is a very convenient method for preparation of symmetrical and unsymmetrical alkanes. So in this Corehouse synthesis, Gilman reagent has to react with haloalkanes. तो अगर ये हाइड्रोकार्बन है, this is हाइड्रोकार्बन, तो we have Gilman reagent react with X to give you hydrocarbon. तो ये जो X है, this X has to be alkyl halide. तो ये आपके पास अल्काइल हैलाइड है, बिकॉज आपको रिएक्शन में जो रिएजेंट और प्रोडक्ट है आपको ये बताना है। एंड वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट कंडीशन रिक्वायर्ड फॉर दिस कोरीहाउस सिंथेसिस, द अल्काइल हैलाइड जो यहाँ पे यूज करेंगे, दिस अल्काइल हैलाइड क्या होना चाहिए, दिस हैज टू बी प्राइमरी होना पड़ेगा। तो ये आपके पास जो है ये प्राइमरी। तो आपको ये बता देखिए, ये जो स्ट्रक्चर है वो यहाँ पे है। अच्छा, तो ये आपके पास जो रिएक्शन है, मैं यहाँ पे ध्यान से देता हूँ, ये R2CuLi ये आपके पास कंपाउंड है। दिस रिएक्ट विद R प्राइम X, तो ये कार्बन नेगेटिव है, ये कॉपर पॉजिटिव है, तो ये न्यूक्लियोफाइल, तो ये रिएक्शन इज SN2, तो ये यहाँ पे अटैक किया और यहाँ से X निकला, सो दिस गिव्स यू R प्राइम प्लस CuX प्लस LiX, ये आपके पास बना, दैट इज व्हाट वी कॉल एज कोरीहाउस सिंथेसिस। तो नाउ लुक एट दिस रिएक्शन इज SN2 है, तो अल्काइल जो R प्राइम है दिस मस्ट बी प्राइमरी। तो नाउ लुक एट ये कपलिंग रिएक्शन है, तो यहाँ पे देखिए R प्राइम इज कमिंग फ्रॉम अल्काइल हैलाइड, दिस R इज कमिंग फ्रॉम गिलमैन रिएजेंट, तो ये आपको चेक करना है। तो ये वाला जो दिस इज योर R, तो ये R आपको यहाँ पे मिलना पड़ेगा। तो नाउ लुक एट दिस, ये वाला ग्रुप तो यहाँ पे है नहीं, ये वाला ग्रुप भी नहीं है, तो व्हाट वी कैन हैव दिस इज CH3 CH2, लुक एट इट, ये CH3 CH2, तो वी हैव टू हैव दिस ब्रेक, ये आपको यहाँ पर ब्रेक करना पड़ेगा। देन ये आपको देखिए दिस इज कमिंग फ्रॉम गिलमैन रिएजेंट, देन दिस पार्ट मस्ट बी कमिंग फ्रॉम X, so therefore the X dual, that is ये आपके पास, so this is your हैलोजन, so दिस में भी आपके पास फ्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन, आयोडीन कुछ भी हो सकता है, but cannot be फ्लोरीन, तो ये आपके पास हेलो। तो इफ यू लुक एट दिस, ये आपके पास प्राइमरी है, तो ये प्राइमरी अल्काइल हैलाइड जब इसके साथ रिएक्ट करेंगे तो ये यहाँ पे टेक करके इसके साथ ये कपलिंग बनेगा। सो नाउ वी हैव दिस कोरीहाउस सिंथेसिस, तो कोरीहाउस सिंथेसिस में गिलमैन रिएजेंट अल्काइल के साथ रिएक्ट करेंगे, दैट इज अ कपलिंग रिएक्शन, SN2 रिएक्शन। तो अल्काइल हैलाइड में अल्काइल जो ग्रुप है ये क्या होना चाहिए, प्राइमरी अल्काइल हैलाइड होना चाहिए, ताकि रिएक्शन SN2 पाथवे में मूव करे। तो ये आपके पास रिएक्शन है, तो ये जब ये अल्काइल हैलाइड इस कार्बन के साथ रिएक्ट करेंगे तो ये वाला पॉइंट यहाँ पे मिला, प्लस CH2 CH3 यहाँ पे जुड़ेगा, तो आपके पास ये प्रोडक्ट बना। सो दिस इज कोरीहाउस सिंथेसिस। तो यहाँ पे मैं इसलिए पॉइंट बता रहा हूँ, ये कोरीहाउस सिंथेसिस है वेरी कन्वीनियंट मेथड फॉर प्रिपरेशन ऑफ सिमेट्रिकल एंड अनसिमेट्रिकल हाइड्रोकार्बन्स, जिसमें आपके पास गिलमैन रिएजेंट अल्काइल के साथ रिएक्ट करेंगे, अल्काइल शुड बी प्राइमरी, रिएक्शन SN2 पाथवे में होगा। सपोज वी हैव दिस रिएक्शन CH3H minus Na, ये आपके पास रिएक्ट किया, दिस रिएक्ट विद CH3 CH2, सपोज ये X है, ये रिएक्ट करके आपके पास प्रोडक्ट बनाना है। तो सपोज इसे रिएक्ट किया तो आपके पास बना CH3 CH2 CH3, ये आपके पास प्रोडक्ट बना। तो इसका मतलब लुक एट दिस, ये यहाँ पे टेक किया और यहाँ से H माइनस X माइनस Na प्लस के साथ कंबाइन करके ये बना। नाउ इस रिएक्शन में आपके पास गिवन है X का डिफरेंट वैल्यूज गिवन है, X इज सपोज I, जब X I है तो सपोज द रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन इज R1, X इज सपोज मान लो Br, तो जब Br था तो वी से दिस इज R2, और इफ सपोज X इज O C डबल बॉन्ड O CF3, सपोज इसके साथ था ये रिएक्शन रेट इज R3 और ये था O C डबल बॉन्ड O CH3, सपोज दिस इज R4, आपको रेट कंपेयर करना है। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल पहले हमको ये चेक करना है कि रिएक्शन किस पाथवे से मूव करेंगे। तो अब जब ध्यान से देखेंगे तो ये H माइनस है, तो H माइनस यहाँ पे इसको सब्स्टिट्यूशन करें तो इसका मतलब रिएक्शन है सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन। सेकेंड, ये नेगेटिवली चार्ज है, तो नेगेटिवली चार्ज मींस वी हैव अ स्ट्रॉन्ग न्यूक्लियोफाइल। सो जब आपके पास स्ट्रॉन्ग न्यूक्लियोफाइल है तो रिएक्शन किसके तरह होना चाहिए, SN2 के पाथ में होना चाहिए। तो ये कहां से पता चल रहा है, यहां से पता चल रहा है, ये SN2, स्ट्रॉन्ग न्यूक्लियोफाइल, तो रिएक्शन शुड बी SN2। ये आपके पास X है, तो नाउ लुक एट इस SN2 रिएक्शन में ये आपके पास लिविंग ग्रुप है, ये छोड़ के जा रहा है, तो जितना फास्ट लिविंग ग्रुप छोड़ के जा सकते हैं उतना रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन फास्ट होगा। तो रेट ऑफ SN2 इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू लिविंग ग्रुप कैपेसिटी। अब जितना ग्रुप आराम से छोड़ के जा सकते उतना रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन फास्ट होगा। नाउ लिविंग ग्रुप कैपेसिटी अगर जब कंपेयर करते हैं तो लिविंग ग्रुप कैपेसिटी यहाँ पे देखिए, अगर ये CO माइनस बन के निकलेगा तो ये आपके पास एसीटेट, ट्राईफ्लोरो एसीटेट आयन, तो ट्राईफ्लोरो एसीटेट आयन ये आपके पास O माइनस से वो रेजोनेंस से स्टेबलाइज कर जाएंगे, तो अगर रेजोनेंस से स्टेबलाइज कर जाएंगे तो ट्राईफ्लोरो एसीटेट आयन मच बेटर लिविंग ग्रुप है। सेम यहाँ पे लिखें एसीटेट आयन अगेन रेजोनेंस स्टेबलाइज, बट व्हेन वी कंपेयर दिस ट्राईफ्लोरोएसीटेट आयन एंड एसीटेट आयन, ट्राईफ्लोरोएसीटेट आयन इज अ मच बेटर लिविंग ग्रुप। लिविंग ग्रुप जो कैपेसिटी है, लिविंग ग्रुप टेंडेंसी से दिस लिविंग ग्रुप टेंडेंसी CF3 C डबल बॉन्ड O माइनस इज मच बेटर देन CH3 O माइनस, बिकॉज यहां से आपके पास रेजोनेंस से स्टेबलाइज करेंगे, फॉलोड बाय देखिए I and Br, I minus is a better living group than Br minus। तो ये आपके पास लिविंग ग्रुप टेंडेंसी है, तो जितना लिविंग ग्रुप टेंडेंसी ज्यादा होगा, मैंने आपको लिखा रेट ऑफ SN2 रिएक्शन फास्ट होगा। इनमें जो ग्रुप है रेजोनेंस से स्टेबलाइज करते हैं, तो ये लिविंग ग्रुप टेंडेंसी बढ़ते गया, यहां से यहां बढ़ते गया, इसका मतलब रेट ऑफ SN2 रिएक्शन बढ़ते जाएगा। तो नाउ अगर आपके पास रेट कंपेयर करते हैं तो देयरफॉर जो रेट है सबसे फास्ट कितना होगा R3, तो जब भी यहाँ पे ये लगाएंगे तो सबसे फास्टेस्ट SN2 रिएक्शन होगा, देन फॉलो बाय R4, देन फॉलो बाय R1, फॉलो बाय R2। तो ये इसलिए बताया हूँ आपके पास वाइल जब आपके पास सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन हम लोग डिस्कस करते हैं, तो सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन का जो रेट है डिपेंड्स ऑन द रेट ऑफ लिविंग ग्रुप, सॉरी लिविंग ग्रुप टेंडेंसी ऑफ द ग्रुप्स। तो जितना फास्ट लिविंग ग्रुप छोड़ के जा सकते हैं, जितना फास्ट जाने का मतलब है लिविंग ग्रुप कैन बी स्टेबलाइज इटसेल्फ, क्या होगा सॉल्यूशन में स्टेबलाइज करेंगे। अगर सॉल्यूशन में इटसेल्फ स्टेबलाइज तो ये बहुत फास्ट मूव कर सकते हैं, जब बहुत फास्ट मूव कर सकते हैं तो ये रेट भी ज्यादा होगा। सो दिस इज हाउ वी कंपेयर रेट ऑफ सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन। बाकी सब क्वेश्चन में सिर्फ यहाँ पे जो लिविंग ग्रुप टेंडेंसीज डिफरेंट है, सो जिसका लिविंग ग्रुप टेंडेंसी ज्यादा होगा रेट ऑफ सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन भी ज्यादा होगा।